Hey, happy Friday. We're here. You're back. I think. We're all back. I think. Thanks for being back. Hi, Mamir. Danny. My best friend in life. And my mod. And Aaron's my bestie too. You guys we're our little clique. But anyway, it is RealiTEA KRISTA MARIE. And this is, did I turn Instagram on? I did, didn't I? Hello, Instagram. Hi, Jenna Harris. Thank you for being here. I can't see my comments, but I do see you guys here, so thank you. And if you want to watch the crazy live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the Who Side You Want podcast side, you can come watch it live. And that's where I record all these videos. And they're live. So there's a live chat going. So if you hear me talking to myself, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to the live chat. I try to do my best to read the questions, but sometimes I just get caught up on our conversation. And please hit the comment, like, subscribe. If you're on the podcast side, please rate me 5 stars, please. On Apple, Spotify, all that's always linked in our descriptions. And I appreciate it because I get no views on the podcast. I do, but like it's really hard to get them over there. You don't have to listen to the episode twice because they're always linked in here as well. Hello, Madam Kitty Cat's here. Madam Kitty Cat, where are you going? Okay, guess you're not coming with me. But yeah. So we're talking about Real Housewives of OC today, mostly Brian, Jen, and Tamara because Tamara's a piece of shit, and she tried to literally take everybody down, even like to deflect away from what she's done. Because we know she's not worried about Jen. She was never doing anything out of concern for Jen. Or concern for Gina or whatever they were doing, whatever. She's never been Jen and Ryan's friend. And when Tamra says, we weren't good 2 years ago, you weren't good because you were talking shit on Ryan then trying to be her friend. You were like pretending to be her friend. That's why you weren't good, Tamra. So that's not an excuse. Like to literally like do background checks on people. And your text message read otherwise. Like you were not worried about Jen. You weren't doing it out of concern. So shut the fuck up. And Jen has every right to tell you all that shit that she said. So we're talking about OC in case I didn't say it already. But earlier was Salt Lake City. Appreciate you guys for being there as well. So I don't see any comments. Hey, Manny. Oh my God. Hi. Send it to Manny. I got to get permission from Lava so I can make the t-shirts. When you guys hear me say send it to Manny, it's send it to Daryl. But I have to get permission probably from Lava's people to make it because this is our lawyer of the group, Manny. And he has his YouTube channel, Manny Speaks, I think it is. Talks, speaks. I get confused. Tamara is the worst housewife in history. And if you want to talk about it, I'll drop the link because you and I do a good show together usually. I have the recap notes, but we can talk about it. Oh, don't fuck with me right now. Where's the actual stream? No, I'm not leaving the site. Get out of there. All right. I'm going to see if Manny wants to come. I don't know if he wants to or not. You might be driving. I don't know, but. She is the worst. And like they brought her back as a Hail Mary, I swear. They did. Because like it was a failing franchise. They keep doing this stuff, right? They tried to bring it, it's failing. I mean, listen, she might be a producer's dream in the beginning, but now she's a liability. You know what I mean? She turns into a liability when you start getting sued. And when you call people, she did it again, calling Shannon an alcoholic and shit. It's like, shut up. What about you? Like, I swear I know you. Oh, I wish you were at the gym. It's like really like you tell everybody that Eddie makes more last month, made more last month than Ryan, and you stole from, or you allegedly stole, blah, blah. It was 16 million is the number that she's alleging to. You mean to tell me you tell the IRS that you make $16 million a month, Tamara? More than that. I doubt it. We'll have to check. Because if that was the truth, why are you here? Why don't you just get off of our screens? You don't need our money. Literally being a weed dealer. Like literally, so not only are you being a drug dealer, you're probably also not paying all the money. Like you're not reporting all the money. So we'll see what kind of fraud you get yourself into. And like Eddie, what does he do all day? He's a drug dealer? Okay, good. A legal drug dealer, but okay still. But anyway, everybody is like trying to, and then Tamra tries to turn around and get Shannon in more trouble. And like say something that brings something up on camera that Gina allegedly might have done. And it has to do with like domestic violence and stuff like, or something, with Travis's ex-wife. And remember I said we had no idea the real reason she left because I'm blaming her trying to think that she was trying to act like she's too good for him now, money-wise. That she blamed it on that, which is actually kind of fucking fucked up. You kind of blamed it on the fact that you make too much money now and that he can't afford to pitch in and you want to go on better vacations and you don't want to bring his kids, along the lines of that being like you basically stepped it up and you're like, fuck y'all, you know what I mean? But if it has to do with like a domestic violence thing and being accused and like really affecting it with his ex-wife, just say it has something to do with that. Don't blame it on Travis and say you're too good for him now because you sound like a piece of shit. And I wouldn't be mad at Shannon over this. I'd be mad at freaking Tamra because Shannon never brought this up on camera. Gina did. Gina just did. Or I'm sorry, Tamra did. I'm sorry, Tamra did. But that's like after she's literally trying to deflect from what she has done to Ryan. Like, and she's like, I'll try to get her to apologize. And Jen's not interested. Stop trying to be her friend, Tamra. She's not interested. Not now. This is it. Like, you like literally background checks, the FBI. Like, you were literally behind the scenes going hard to destroy them. You were never her friend. This wasn't did you really think out of like concern for her that you would like that was going to work, bringing this shit up on camera? First of all, she told you last year, stop being concerned for me. You don't need to be. I love Ryan. You don't think, and it's the fact that Eddie and Jen are good friends, or they were, it's like, Tamra, you're not, it's just, she's the worst housewife ever. And then like to go on her stupid show with her little dog, Freddie, and like talk about all the other franchises. And it's like, you think this and you think that about Teresa. And it's like, behind Teresa, you're number 2, like the worst. Like you were one of my favorites back in the day. I actually had It's My Opinion was my first harsh reality, like kind of intro thing. It was like for like a week. It's my opinion. Anyway. So Jen absolutely unleashed on Tamra, and she had every fucking right to. But when then Heather goes after Jen walks away, tries to walk away. She's got every right to still be pissed off. Heather wants to go after. Heather tries to tell Tamra that, oh, you need to talk to her and apologize. Stop telling her to talk to Jen. Heather, you idiot. Nobody is going to be friends with Tamra. Nobody wants to be friends with Tamra. They're all questioning her motives. So you being up her ass and going after Jen in this moment and talking to her, what are you trying to say to her? Like, she's absolutely right. Everything she's saying to Tamra is absolutely called for 1,000%. And you going out and trying to like literally act like, oh, you know, you're yelling, Jen, and like something along the lines of like, you know, like, I don't know. She just basically, Tamra's an asshole. But when she's yelling, she tells Jen to like calm down or something. And it's like, Heather, get out of her ass, okay? Like, Tamra has no soul. Jen is right. She makes it clear, I am not in a good place, or I do not want to be friends with her. Do not come after me. Tamra's like, but 2 years ago, we were in a bad place. That doesn't matter. You were in a bad place because of you. That's why you were in a bad place. Jen was upset with you for trying to destroy her relationship with Ryan and telling everybody that he sleeps with that other girl. The other, I don't know her name. I think it's Heather, maybe. There's another girl that was, Tamra's basically coming on the show to expose Ryan as like cheating on Jen with this girl. That's why you were in a bad place, asshole. You know? So that was you behind the scenes still doing what you were doing 2 years ago to her. Just because, oh, I wasn't talking to Shannon, I wasn't on the show. You were on the show in 2022, Tamra. That was your Hail Mary season, I think. I don't know. At this point is, Tamra, you weren't looking at all those text messages that you wrote to Shannon that Jen saw. You were not concerned for her. You were just trying to take her down, trying to destroy her on camera and destroy Ryan. Destroying her is destroying Ryan. Trying to tell her Ryan cheats. And that's like literally, not only are you telling people to, now you're telling everybody about the fraud that you think he committed. So not only are you still talking about Ryan, she tells you to shut the fuck up. And what do? You continue to fucking talk shit. Then you bring up all this fraud shit that you heard, this alleged fraud shit. It's all lies. And like, what are you doing? You're telling Tamra and Heather now all this shit that you found out. It's like that he's a fraudster, and you know that's it. We think he's a bad guy, and I'm going to find out for sure. I'm running a background check on him. Blah, blah, blah. That's why I did it. You're a soulless person. You really are. But literally, it's like you continue to drag his name. And like literally then you talk about the fact that Shannon called you and said, you called and you told everybody about the freaking lawsuit with, or not lawsuit, yeah, I guess it was a lawsuit with Ryan and Leslie's ex, or I'm sorry, is it Leslie's ex? Yeah, Leslie's ex-husband. So it's Shannon's ex-husband's ex-wife's, soon-to-be ex-wife's ex-husband. So Leslie Bedore's ex-husband was allegedly in on these like things with Ryan, right? Named in all these lawsuits. It's Leslie Bedore's ex-husband. Okay, yeah. And it's like, basically she tells her that too. According to Tamra, it was Shannon that wanted to do the digging on Ryan. Okay. And they found that out. And it's because of that. Sorry, I moved ahead of myself, Gina. But she goes on to say, literally, like, she shared the text message, right? And she said Shannon was equally concerned. Okay. And that just honestly proves that Tamra has no soul. Because know what else she says? She literally, Heather says, wow, her stomach was amazing. Like, because Jen has a cell phone of her stomach showing. And then fucking Tamra goes, yeah, well, she had a tummy tuck. Like, okay. I know. I was so impressed. I am so impressed with Jen. I even told her. I was like being like psycho in her DMs. I wasn't like stalking her. I was like, you go, girl. It's just awesome. And literally, like, Tamara says she doesn't have a belly button. I don't know what that means. I guess she had something to. And it's like, so now you're bringing up her plastic surgery. She told everybody she got plastic surgery. I don't hide it either. Like, I don't hide anything. It's like crazy that Tamara thinks she's going to continue to talk shit and drag Jen, Ryan, and Ryan. And it's like, really, like, shut up. Like, why? And then why is Heather tells you to apologize and just say, no, that the apology doesn't mean anything. Your apologies suck. Is it like, again, apology and saying sorry is like means you just don't do it again. And you just did it again. You just really did it again. And when she tells you to apologize, you're just like, oh, should I? It's like, no, you shouldn't. But it doesn't matter, because no matter what, she's never going to be friends with Tamara again. She gave her like 3, and everybody's like, oh, you meet people where they're at. That doesn't work for her anymore. You cannot meet Tamara where she is, because you get screwed. She's so low, like, down here, and like the rest of us are up here. So meeting her down here is just literally fucks you in the end. You get screwed. And you just proved it right here. Every fucking time she tries to just get along with Tamara for the show, because she has to be around her. What does she do to her? She's in the butt with no lube, But on the other side of town, Shannon meets up with her daughters in London or somewhere. They came from Paris to London or something. They came, and her daughters happened to be there, and they meet Shannon over at like under the Eiffel Tower, which is nice because Shannon goes to lunch with them, orders a drink. I'm not bringing it up to be shady, but I feel like she's not drinking and driving. That's when we should be mad. Or when she drinks and drives is when we should be mad. But she's not going to do that. But she does have a drink with her daughters, and they don't say anything, and it's fine. And they discuss Tamara, of course, and they say, well, Tamara's a toxic friend. Her daughters remind her of that. And they're like, well, of course she did. She's a toxic friend. She's toxic to you. She always has been. She literally loves Shannon's downfall. She loves the fact that she literally has no soul. What did she say? That fast forward, called her an alcoholic again and a liar. And that's supposed to be her best friend. That was supposed to be her best friend. So literally 2 years ago, when you're now blaming Shannon for all this stuff about Ryan. But 2 years ago, you were literally like supposed to be her best friend doing the tour and all that stuff. We are the three amigos. No, you're not. This is as bad as Whitney's gritty infused jewelry. It's like, all right, thanks, but no thanks. I'll take it, but anyway. So then Heather and Tamra go to some caviar house, right? And Gina joins them as well. So this is literally when Tamra fills in on the surprise visit from Jen when she was screaming at her and telling her the absolute, exactly, leave my fucking family alone. Leave me and Ryan alone. You've always been good at her. And we think that it's like literally like, I think that she wanted to fuck Ryan. And she's mad that Ryan chose Jen. And Jen wasn't married. She was separated. Okay. And she was getting a divorce, and Will was moving on as well. Will's her ex-husband. And Will also put out there that it wasn't Jen's fault. The separation, she was being emotionally abandoned, blah, 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 blah. So Ryan picked up the pieces with Jen and brought them into her and her husband or her kids into his house, gave her a car to drive. She wasn't getting any money from Will because her parents were Will's bosses. It was the company Will worked for Jen's parents. So of course, when he got fired or let go, he couldn't pay Jen's alimony anymore. And I guess the rent didn't get paid. And it was a whole thing when the beginning of, remember I told you in the beginning of the season, how Gina was going after Jen. And like, I'm still not over that. Like, I'm still not over how her and Emily, like, basically talk so much on the fact that Jen has all this nice stuff and she shouldn't be just depending on Ryan, when of course they're engaged now. And I'm pretty sure they were about to get engaged anyway. He was just waiting for her to be completely divorced, right? But she knew, it's obvious they're going to be together. Ryan has stepped up. We've seen him love Jen. And you know what? And also, Tamara gets mad at the fact that they take the shit that she says, like the dick pic stuff, and make merch out of it, make money off of it. That's exactly what they did. And I think that's badass. And I think they should do it again. I think they should get FBI stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should make FBI merch, and then they should make like background check. You know what I mean? And then Tamara gets mad because she's literally on her way out and she knows it. She's acting like Lisa Rinna. Like, you know how they get desperate and like they're desperate housewives? They start acting like idiots, like saying shit that's weird and like, you're an alcoholic and like, you know what I mean? Like, what? And Katie's the worst. So this is when it gets even worse, because like this is where you just proves again that she has no soul because she brings up. Oh God! So Katie and Jen. Oh no, sorry, I'm going ahead of myself. So yeah, Gina is telling. She worries that Tamra's going to turn on her and do the same thing. She says, "I don't know, man. She might do the same thing. You know, she ends up, or she might turn on do what she would do, dig into me and Travis's relationship." Well, turns out, Shannon tells Gina that Tamra was the one calling and finding out information, the Leslie Bedore stuff. So it's like Tamra brings that shit up on camera. I'm sorry. I'm lying. Tamra tells Gina that Shannon called and have all this stuff brought up on camera, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But really, it was Tamra in the DMs, whatever, and sorry, going back and forth with her about the same thing, like literally the same stuff. It's not only the Jen stuff, but the Gina stuff too. So of course Gina gets mad, but Tamara's the one who just brings this up on camera. Tamra brings all the stuff up. We didn't know about it. I thought I already said this, but it's literally like important again. It's she thinks that Ryan's a con man and that Tamara and that Gina's I guess in a beat up Travis or something like that. Something Gina going after Travis or something and like looking for paperwork about it, looking for all kinds of like news reports or like police reports or something. And basically like I guess to go after Gina, I guess. I don't know. And I don't know why, because Shannon wanted she said Shannon was in on it as well, but I don't know. But I like to think zero. I have zero respect for Tamara anyway. She has no respect for anybody, no friendships or whatever, and she knows that. And she knows that she's doing. She sold her soul to the Bravo Devil, but that doesn't always work. We get sick of it, and she literally can't stand the fact that she has no respect for Ryan, and she showed that Ryan stepped up and is taking care of Jen and the kids, and they're engaged now. So what do you mean? And when Emily brought that shit up too before about how Ryan's like going to be helping Jen, and Jen doesn't have a job. Jen does have a job. Jen's on the show. That is a job. Housewives is a job. Same job you all have. Okay. Emily and Shane's parents took care of you guys, remember? Okay. But it's basically back with, because, Tamara is literally, continues to stir the pot. Now, this is where I get confused about the daughters things. So here's a whole other thing we have going on. This has to do with Katie's daughter, Kaylee, watching Emily's kids. Okay. And Tamara brings this thing up and she said that Katie's daughter, Kaylee, a while back Emily's kids told Kaylee that they don't like Heather because she's mean to their mom, right? And that Heather's bossy. So the little boys apparently told their babysitter that. Okay. And then actually it's like Katie, according to Gina doesn't believe that Emily's sons would repeat that or have ever heard that, right? But Emily said Shane stated that Kaylee would never babysit after that again because of there were some calculating things that Emily's children as Katie's megaphone. She thinks that Kaylee, I don't know. Emily, this whole thing that came up about that, like about the whole thing with Heather, like they think that Emily is talking. They want to tell her that Emily's talking to her kids about Heather. I don't know, whatever. And literally, like, I don't even understand. Like, so basically, Katie is the one who pushed Kaylee to do this, is what they're saying. And then this makes Heather, in Heather's eyes, this has Katie all written all over it. And it's like, Heather, this is stupid. Whatever they just told you is like, what? Like, you were mean to her, though. You know what I mean? And who can't, like, I'm sure, like, I don't know. This is like stupid. Like, they bring Kaylee and the kids up on camera. And it's like, this is just as bad as the whole bringing up Travis's domestic violence with situation with his ex-wife and then Gina and all that to hurt Gina. When it's like, the kids are going to watch this one day, guys, But they go to this dinner, right? And this is all out. Now everybody knows that, like, so we have Katie's in the hot seat. We have apparently Tamra in the hot seat, I guess, or Shannon's supposedly in the hot seat. But remember, this is Shannon's birthday, by the way. So they want us to somebody sets up an etiquette class before dinner. Are you kidding me? You want to give these CUNTs etiquette class? They're CUNTs to each other. It's never going to work, and it doesn't work. They try to do it, it doesn't work. But the whole thing, it all starts to come to a head at this dinner. So the whole thing about etiquette and the whole, before that, I'm sorry. Before that, there's a whole enema situation. I forgot. And oh my God, Shannon, I don't know what it is about people put things up people's butts. Why are we literally talking about this? Somebody's got to poop. They all got to poop. So somewhere down the line, there's enemas being given by other people, and they're pushing up their butts, and they're pooping, and we're talking about it. We're hearing about it. I don't want to hear about it. I'm surprised that Tamra wasn't in on this because she likes to talk about a-holes. I don't know why. She wanted everybody to know she saw Katie's butthole. She did it on camera. I can't deal. I don't want to deal with people's buttholes and the stuff that comes out of them. Can we just leave that out of there, Bravo, please? Fuck, man, right before dinner? Like, come on. Etiquette class, we're going to talk about who's pooping and who's not pooping. I didn't poop because I was late because I had poop. Emily, come on, man. So after this whole thing, the etiquette class about the whole pooping thing, Emily is talking about Katie's poop pills, and somebody throws a napkin, or Tamra throws a napkin, or some shit like that. And it's like, I don't know why she throws a napkin, but she does. So after the class, they go around the table, all right, and they want to start the stupid thing that they have to do to make content, where they make them talk about something like it's going to be shady or not shady. They want them to bring up the worst thing that happened on the trip, which is going to be somebody's fight. So, of course, the producers want the goddamn content, and they just want to go home. So they have this whole stupid etiquette class that wraps up. And then, like, I guess somehow Tamra is talking about Jen coming in to yell at her, and sorry. The good thing is the worst thing about the trip, the best thing about the trip. Your rose and your thorn of the trip. Of course, Tamra goes first, and she says, well, my worst thing was Jen coming into my room and yelling at me. And I'm like, okay. And Tamra's like, well, Shannon's a liar and a drunk. And she says, Shannon's like, because Shannon she says she doesn't remember something. So Tamra, again, she calls Shannon a liar and a drunk. So Gina steps in and tells Tamra that she needs to stop saying the alcohol dicks. And then Tamra's like, oh, great. I'm getting ganged up on. And it's like, no, Tamra, shut your fucking mouth. You got to stop calling people alcoholics, right? So Jen continues to tell Tamra that if she doesn't shut her fucking mouth, she's warning her to shut her mouth. And then she's like, are you ever going to, like, and when Jen's like, you're going to shut your fucking mouth. Tim's like, what are you going to do? Put a hit on me? And then what's Ryan going to do? Put a hit out on me? And it's like, here we go again. Shut up. And then Jen's like, Jesus Christ. And Tamra's like, I feel very ganged up on. And she's like, but she takes no responsibility for absolutely anything. Her and Shannon took responsibility for some of the things that were in the text message. Tamra doesn't. She just keeps deflecting back to Shannon. Shannon's fault. She's a liar. She's an alcoholic. Shannon doesn't remember because you were an alcoholic. You don't remember saying this. It's like she's trying to say that there was parts of the conversation that wasn't revealed to Gina about the entire thing, with Ryan stuff, everything. And it's like, Tamra's like, I'm getting ganged up on, and this time it's all Shannon. And then it's like everybody's like, you know what, we're tired. Everything just calms down. Everybody's like, we're tired. And after everything, Jen is truly like sticking up for herself. Shannon is like, I appreciate it. And she's like, I'm glad that you're doing this and like having my back and everything. Because, everybody's tired of Tamra's poor behavior. Literally, like she points out that like Heather also learning that she told the whole group about the private conversation. So she brings up the fact that Heather told everybody about her private conversation with her about the bloody face. Remember that? So Heather, to be shady, remember that she brings up, and I don't know why, because in the scene when Shannon shows her, she went to her because they're trying to build their friendship. Heather's like, oh my God, Shannon. And it was like devastating to see. And honestly, that should have been kept between them. Heather didn't have to bring it up to the whole group and basically turn around on Shannon and say, a couple of weeks ago, you showed me that bloody face, and I don't trust you. And Shannon was like, Heather, I still don't appreciate that. And Heather basically couldn't really she couldn't really debunk that or say, oh, I didn't, I didn't know it was a secret or something like that. And it's like, you said you didn't trust Shannon because you got two separate stories about whether John knew about that. Come here. You want to see? Hi. One of them's here. Number 3 is here. Come here, Mama. Come here. Sweet, sweet Mary. Come here. So, of course, it comes up at the table again. She's like, Tamra tells Heather, the attempt to take down Gina. Again, she brings up before the reunion, she's like, Shannon called me. She's like, Shannon called to find out about, the investigating the rumor. But who's Taylor? I don't know who Taylor. Taylor's ex-husband could investigate the rumor. I don't know who that is. About Gina pushing Travis down the steps. And it all came, Taylor is the ex-wife. Okay. Oh, I don't know who this is. Never mind. I don't know who Taylor is. Tamara claims that she didn't want to hurt Gina and that she was just concerned for her. Out of concern. No, she wasn't. It wasn't out of concern. And she said that Gina's dancing with the devil, or Shannon's dancing with the devil. And she is. Being friends with Shannon, or being friends with Tamra is like, calling her up and like, you're dancing with the devil, because eventually she turns and tells on you. And then, of course, hi, say hi, sweet, sweet Marie. We're live. Would you just say hi? You never show your face. But, it's just, there's a whole, I don't know. It's a whole thing. I don't know. The next day, Tamra, Emily, and Heather go out sightseeing and gossiping over donuts. Emily discussed the whole incident with Kaylee and all, and she needs to tell. Emily's like, I need to tell Heather the truth. Emily states that she would have never talked negatively about Heather in front of her children, and she just, the whole thing's planted by Katie. I don't know, and I don't feel like Katie did it. Katie really, it's all Gina that had Katie go after Heather, not Katie. She just gave Katie reminded Katie she had the information, which she didn't. She had nothing. But it's crazy that literally, Shannon doesn't make it out because she's pooping and stuff. But Shannon, she knew that it was wrong to literally want to look up the information, but she's not the one that brought it up on camera. Tamra just did. So then Tamra repeats the Gina pushing Travis story down online. It was 6 months ago. Shannon was trying to find out the legal information. The problem here is that Tamra just brought this up on camera, like I said. So that makes her one of the worst housewives ever, because Emily's she would never do that shit, but Tamara's just bringing up things left and right, just literally to hurt people. It's bringing things up on camera has to be talked about, right? So then they have to get more information. And it brings us into it too, like I said. But I don't know. And there's an English verse, and I don't really think that taking Heather there and talking about it is a good idea. I really don't. Secrets turn public information is what they're saying. But Heather explained that she opened up to Heather again, like I said, and blah, 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 blah. She continues to state that Shannon controls. Shannon tries to control all these things. Heather told her on Jeff Lewis that she assumed that she was that John didn't hear her the crash or something, and she's like, I don't trust you. You didn't know if John heard the crash. You said one thing here, one thing there, and it's no, she didn't. It's this is all stupid. This is all Heather trying to be a mean girl, and it doesn't work. It's I don't know if production came out and said to her, you need to step it up, Heather, and you need to be friends with Tamra. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to save Tamra. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it doesn't really it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't really land right. It doesn't land right for me, because I really believe that Tamra's the one. Telling Gina this and her getting mad at Shannon is kind of I don't know. It wasn't around the time that I don't think her and Shannon were in a bad place. But Tamra just brought it back up, and she brought it up on camera because we never knew this part. So the problem is that Tamra actually brought this up on camera. That's my thing. That's my situation with it. I wouldn't be mad at Shannon. And Gina just said, I don't have an issue with you, but it was Tamra's idea, she said anyway. But it was in June of 2022 or something like that. And she's like, you don't remember doing it because you were drunk. I don't know. It's saying that Taylor says it was Shannon and blah, blah, blah. It's just, I don't know. Her literally just you say a bunch of shit to Tamara and then you get drunk and apologize. That's exactly what she accuses Shannon of doing. Tamra gets all drunk and then sends a bunch of shit, which she does. She's been doing it all season. And then she's apologized for it. Why is it okay for her to do it, not Shannon? So why don't you need rehab? You know what I mean? You can say a bunch of shit, get drunk, and then apologize for it. Is that what you said Shannon does? That's why Shannon had a drinking problem. Remember? All of them said she had a drinking problem because of this reason. But literally, Shannon and Emily's time was like, yeah, I do. Okay, well, that's a problem. Just because you apologize doesn't make it okay. Like, because you keep doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Shannon has learned her lesson, I believe. I don't think that she's drinking to the point where she's saying things that she doesn't remember. And it's just so funny that Tamara just wants to keep laughing about it and bringing it up when you're the one who just admitted to doing it. You got accused of it and you did it. Yeah, be glad you didn't watch, because it was like, you're an alcoholic, you're a liar, you said this to Shannon, said that. And it's like, just get together in the beginning of the season and just agree to you're gonna fuck me over, then you're gonna fuck me, then you're gonna fuck me, you're gonna fuck me. It's gonna be do, and by the end, everybody makes up like a hot and candy drama, conflict resolution. Let's go. This isn't conflict resolution. This is like, I'm gonna sue you, Tamara, for defamation. Jen should. And dragging Kaylee into it on camera is also, you're right, is also a fucking problem. Why are you bringing her? It would be a huge problem for me. And again, especially because she just babysat for Emily. Like, why are you talking about, like, oh, we're never going to have her babysit again? And it's like, your kids are the ones that probably brought it up. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever. The kids are involved. Don't bring this shit ever up again. But she did. Hold on 1 second, guys. But I truly feel, they say Tamara has the sickness. Tamara's sickness is just, she's an art. I don't know what she is. She's thirsty. It's gross. Like, she's gross. Where am I? Oh my god, my camera's out now. Oh, it's not. Oh, I forgot I did it myself. It is. It's like really. I don't know why she has to keep, like, she keeps bringing things up that Shannon and her did. Her and Shannon did when they were friends. You're literally a fucking accomplice, or you were created like, and you keep doing it to everyone, and everybody's looking at you like, damn, are you gonna do this thing? Why is everybody not thinking that she's not going to turn around and do the same thing she did to Jen to them? That's exactly what Tamara's been doing this entire season, and that's why Kelly Dodd and everybody on Instagram and or all that know her they want to do a class action suit against her for defamation. Seriously, it's like crazy. So many people are like want to get her for it's crazy. She's a sickness. And she's a mean girl, and she's like a mean girl, and she thinks that she's doing the Teresa. I don't know what she's doing. Is she doing herself? She's doing herself a disservice. And even, yeah, Kaylee was the babysitter of Heather's kids, right? And again, it's still not appropriate for talking about it, but it's kind of like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Kaylee could get bullied over this. You're right, because she's still like in her 20s. She's young. That's a shame. And Katie just, you know what I mean? Like Kaylee's new. And I'm glad that she brought them on the cat. Like, I like that she's friends with Tamara's daughter, but I feel like that might be a little bit of a red flag for me, because I don't trust the things that Tamara might hear between the two kids talking. You know what I mean? And then again, bring that up. Or, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want my kid to be hanging out. I wouldn't take it out on Tamara's daughter, but on Tamara, the fact that who knows what you're going to overhear them two girls talking about and have to expose. You know what I mean? Like, they could be talking about their feelings, how they feel about their parents' situation, and things that we're not supposed to, like, not appropriate for us to know. And then Tamara turns around and takes it from what the kids say, and like, oh, I heard the kids over talking, and the kids said this happened. And, you know what I mean? Or the girls, or not kids, but the girls. And it's like, you're ruining friendships with the girl. Like, you ruin something, like something, I don't know, for your daughter, I guess. And that's why Tamara's other daughter don't speak to her, because of this fucking show. Somebody that picks the show over their kid, and they try to even go to therapy all this time, because they were going to therapy, her and her other daughter that don't speak to her. And it's a shame. And it didn't work. Her daughter's like, nope, get off the show. You can't admit what you've done wrong. And you don't see Tamara's still doing the things her daughter gets mad about. And she put that out there. So I'm glad that she spoke up, and I'm glad that she said, look, my mom is a liar. I went to therapy with her. She said, it just doesn't work. She does not want to admit when she's wrong. Tamara never admits when she's wrong. And that's the part that they can't get past in therapy. It's like, Jesus Christ, lady. You have one kid that doesn't talk to, or two kids that don't talk to Simon, and one kid that doesn't speak to you. Or probably actually two kids. It's like, and then you have to get off the show to fix it with your kids. At this point, I would be very upset with you. You literally dragging people's kids in it, and little kids. Like, they're 8. Oh my God, they're 8. You're right. Oh man, Tamara definitely put Katie up to it. Oh my God, I didn't think of that. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I bet Tamra put Katie. Yeah, tell your daughter. Yeah, because why? What? Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. She's the worst housewife ever. She truly is. Like I can't even like. There's nothing. I can't find one good. She's not a good friend. She's the worst housewife and the worst friend in the world because people kind of know going on the show they're not going to be your friend with her after that. There's no way that you're still going to be friends with her after this. You know what I mean? And you just have to agree, like, to know that you're going to fuck each other over just so you're ahead of it, you know? Or maybe even you disagree to it and you don't, well, I still wouldn't be friends with you. You know what I mean? Because I guess it depends. I guess maybe you could come up with your own drama to fight with, to start a fight about, you know what I mean? Don't you dare bring up the FBI or something, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like, Tamra did it, like, grimier. She did a grimy producers thing. We'll call it a producer's, a showrunner's idea. She did she picked a grimy one where it's like you don't come back from that, which was like saying that Ryan has all these background checks. All the fraud she was naming and all the people she named, she's bringing all these other people into it. Like she's just straight talking about all this thing that Ryan was allegedly involved in. And it's like, do you think that's not going to, what does that matter now? Jen is not going to leave him. All you're doing now is telling us all the shit that we don't really, listen, we know that when you expose people's past, what happens. Teresa did it, and we're like, okay, cool. No, he's not that person now. John's not that person now. Tamara, maybe Ryan's not that person now, so don't fucking worry about it, friend. You call yourself Jen's friend? How are you her friend? But you now aren't concerned for her. So why are you talking about it now? Why are you bringing up shit now? Because all you did was trigger somebody like, another content creator to go and look into the story. And that's what you wanted. And that's why you are like the worst friend in the world, the worst housewife in the world. I think actually Teresa might be the worst housewife in the world. We're going to have Tamara as number 2. All right, I have an idea. Let's do the top 3 worst housewives in franchise history. 3 worst housewives in franchise history, and then the 3 best housewives in franchise history. Now, I don't mean best as like messiest, or because you could say, I'm going to say on our like that we like, that doesn't, who navigates this the best and doesn't. I'm going to say Dolores. All right, so the first 3 worst housewives in the world for me is Teresa, Tamra, and while you guys are thinking, I got to think of a third. Kim Zolciak. She just refuses to go away. She is like white trash. That's what Kim's white trash. I'm just, and I probably am too, but I'm just saying I can call her white trash. Kim is white fucking trash. Brenna, oh yeah, Brenna's up there. Brenna's in the top 5, absolutely. And I want to say Kyle, but only because she's so fucking annoying and such a liar. And she got away with, like, Kim's so horrible. She's like white trash and showing us how white trash is. And I just mean like by getting all this little chunks of money that she gets here and there, paying the bills, and then her and her husband are great. And then her and Corey are fine. And then she runs out of money. Of course, they start selling off their things, like, and now all of a sudden they're fighting, and it's like, and the cops are there again with all these little kids there. She was calling the cops why her kids are there, just to have storyline, to make sure. She wanted us to go back and like, oh, we need to pick up the cameras for her. No, she's horrible with her kids. Anyway, so her and Corey, and then she tries to screw Chet Hanks. Oh, the 3, and then Kyle just like, how is she reality star of the year? She got away with her husband committing fraud, and that's not saying a goddamn word about it. We went after Erica. We're still going after Erica. We never stopped going after Erica for what her husband did, and they're still married, by the way. And she never ever says she's going to divorce Mo for being stealing $70 million from the worst, most dangerous man in the world. And she's going to tell us how she's living, but can't tell us the worst thing he's ever did. And then she alludes to him being a cheater, but really it's because she literally. We have not questioned her about that. Did she spend the money? Did she know about it? $70 million, he's got to pay it back, and not even to the guy. What a dick! You put your family in serious danger, Mel. Around,
I'm always serious.
I didn't talk this. Did you hear Siri? Siri, I didn't ask. I love you, Siri. Sorry, I didn't ask for you. Oh God, that always reminds me of. I know that I've been watching Black Mirror. I just finished all the episodes, and every time Siri or somebody talks, I think about maybe there's a soul inside of there that's trying to get off. That's playing Siri. God, I would feel so bad. Maybe I won't use it anymore. You guys see that Black Mirror episode? Oh my God, where like the wife becomes Siri. There's something, or she lends her soul. She's stuck inside. It's so bad. It's so scary. Some of those episodes are awesome, and some of them are like, I'm like, whoa, okay, I will never get an implant. I'm never going to do that. I will never use AI for this. It's basically tells you by all of them, you realize that it's the dangers of AI. There's one episode of Black Mirror that's amazing. It's called San Junipero. Something. It is, I cried. That's the only one I would do. But anyway. I know. It's like, Siri, really? I'm like, did I say serious or something? I think I might have said serious. But yeah, the 3 best housewives. Okay, so 3 best housewives, I would say is Nene. Oh no, or Candy. Candy. No. Candy. Candy's Candy's up there. Candy. Dolores. No, Frank. Frank. No, we'll say Frank for another thing, another question. I'm going to ask you guys. I want to do marry, fuck, kill. Am I allowed to say that? Let's do marry, f, kill. But 3 best housewives though. Hold on. Dolores. I have to say Jersey. Or Melissa Gorga. Sorry. Melissa Gorga. This is hard. Because a lot of them piss me off all the time. Damn, this is hard. Luann. Luann's pretty awesome. Luann is definitely up there. All right, and then one more. Did I say 3? I might have said 3. Garcelle. No. Oh, that's the hard one. Dana Wilkie. Did my answer, Dana Wilkie. Okay. Marry, F, kill. So we'll do M, F, K, and then I'm going to come up with 3. Then you guys got to tell me what your answers are if you want to. Everybody's watching. I'm sorry. Well, I do this usually at the end, and then I get a little loopy. By the end of these, I'm loopy and high. But we just have fun at the end. I want to do, like, one night we're going to do more quizzes, trivia, and, like, maybe we'll do karaoke and shit. Because you can do karaoke on this stuff. Like, there's an app for karaoke we could do. Or like lip syncing. I don't know, one of them things. So marry, F, kill. Okay, we're going to do, we have to bring Frank. This is our Jersey. We'll do Jersey. Joey. And Bill. No. Frank, Joey, Evan. What's your answers, guys? If you guys want to do it anyway. I have 3 of them. Oh, Flavor, thank you for coming. Flavor, I really love you, and I appreciate your support, everything. Amazing. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for joining, and thank all the comments and everything, guys. Thanks for keeping the chats going. I appreciate it. I guess maybe Candy. Yes, Candy. She's definitely one of my LVPs too. I definitely, because she got paid. She was the highest paid. Not only that, she just made everything she touched turned to gold. You know what I mean? She made money out of everything, merch out of everything. So, yeah, definitely. Illegal marijuana. Then I get the red guy. Bodega. Everybody says I don't inhale. I think I do. I inhale. I never inhale when I smoke cigarettes. Guys, I only smoked for like 5 years. It was weird when I had my NDE and then came back, whatever. And just like I literally instantly started smoking after rehab, started smoking cigarettes. Never in my life. And then after like 5 years, I just quit. It was weird. I just quit. It was like the strangest thing. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It's weird. Maybe my soul evolved. Maybe parts of my soul, like maybe my soul's integrating with my higher self. So my bigger, you know what I mean? I feel like my perspective is getting better on things. You know what I mean? Maybe everybody doesn't really understand it, but like it was weird. But so Frank, F, marry, kill. So I'm always going to marry Frank. I would F Joey. And I'm going to kill Evan. Only because I don't know why. Because I don't like Jackie, because I don't like her husband. I don't like his wife. His wife's annoying. His wife's like a teddy to me. And marry Evan. You would marry Evan and Amir? You have to cheat. You can never kill Frank. Please don't ever kill Mr. Contania, please. I don't want to. Okay, so we need Frank. Frank is the head of the house husbands, don't you think? That's why we cannot have a total reboot, because we need the house husbands. We will never find. They get paid because we love them so much. They're a whole other franchise, right? Lisa. Okay, so okay. I like Lisa. Yeah, that's a good one. So Q says Lisa Vanderpump for her highest, Garcelle and Candy. I love that. I love it. I forgot about my Lisa. I hate it. I mean, Denise was up there for me only because, like, they tried to screw her, but then she screwed herself. Guys, oh my God, I'm so excited. Did you see how Shane came? That was amazing. Did you see how Sean Atwood's mod came over here, gave me a super chat just to remind me to check my thing, because he is super freaking busy, guys. Like, that made me feel really good. And then he stayed on and listened, and that was really special for me. That means a lot to me, because I'm annoying anyway. But like, he's probably like, "Man, this chick's crazy." Don't worry, Shane. I can say Shane, if you're listening. I'm much more calmer. I don't move over. I'm much more put together on other people's channels. I realized watching Adam, I would move around a lot in the very beginning, but I was good now. Oh, Aaron's here. I didn't see Aaron. Yes, please. Can you be a polygamist? You sure can. Yes. Why don't we just, you can just have the whole group. Okay, you can be a polygamist and marry the whole group, because they'll have hot husbands. All the Jersey husbands to me are hot. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't want to marry all of them in this world, but they're all hot. You know what I mean? Like, they are all very good looking. And excuse you, Mr. Man, Mr. Overseer, you never show your face over here. You guys never see the big white cat that I have, Mr. Man. He's trying to get in the window and he can't get past the curtain. And he has thumbs, by the way. You want me to help you? He has a window seat. Let me help you, sir. Here, sir. Here you go. Here, go on to your friends. Don't do this, I love you, sir. He's the boyfriend. He's the one. He's Cody, and all my cats are the sister wives. I swear to God, I have just enough now. I have 5 inside and 1 outside. So yeah, I'm so Sterling's Robin, by the way. Sterling's Robin. Poor Sterling. Janelle is Sweet Sweets, and Mary is Meow Meow, and I'm missing one. Christine is the other one. What's her name? Thank you. Oh my God. Oh, Baby Bear. Jeez, how am I forgetting my cat's names? Oh, Mr. Man, that's Cody over there because he's long way here. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh God. Oh my God, no. I know I read it. Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm so sorry. I love you. Oh my God. No, please don't let them out anymore. I'm afraid of the same thing. And I want to come and hug you right now. I want to come there and hug you. I'm petrified right now. So I don't know if that's a normal thing to happen, but I love you and I'm sorry. And I'm petrified right now. That made me want to bring them all into. Okay, so I cannot take it with Tamra. But do I think she's gonna be fired? No. Next year we might go for her. We could probably go for her head. I think it's too soon to go for her head. I say because we kind of decide who comes and goes. Like if we really want to go, we want them to go. We'll make a big splash and they'll go, like we did to Rinna and Shaw and all that. So it's like I really want Monica back, and I do think because I said they have to fight with each other because they can't fight with Monica because she's not there. They got to fight with each other, and that just brings up things and makes things toxic. And that's what's happening on OC too. They got to force them to do things together. They're coming all these trips and shit. How many trips? We've never had so many cast trips during one season, and we have all these last ones. They are doing it because they kept forcing people to be together. Why don't we just goddamn shut it all down and have an ultimate girls trip, and that's it, just like we did with Roni. But you know what? I like Jen. I want Jen and Ryan around. You know, Tamara's going to screw herself eventually, but Emily and Gina got to go. Or Gina's, I don't know, man. Gina's nose job's horrible, and I wish she would have kept her old nose. But I know she already looked young, so making your nose a little younger or littler, they say that make your nose a little makes you look younger because apparently your nose grows with your face. Like, I was jealous. I wanted Kyle's nose for a while. I don't know if her nose makes you look younger, and I'm like, well, I'll just keep getting Botox and shit. Make my nose. Maybe if I Botox in the here, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get a smaller nose. I'm just going to keep doing so. But Shannon's doing great. So we only have okay, we have one episode left. It's a season finale. Remember last season finale of OC? We had the fucking goddamn circus and all the clown show we had going on with Taylor being all wino, pilled out, trying to make a scene with Heather, and Heather's like, "Get the fuck away." She's like, "What? Get away!" She wasn't even making sense. We can't have this again. Okay, there's no more making up with Tamra. Jen is not going to be making up with Tamra. That's not going to happen. And I'm not touching my face. We gotta the reunion was already I don't know, filmed, whatever. But again, I haven't heard anything from Jen or Ryan about it. I don't know if they're allowed to talk about it. Have you guys seen them say anything? I haven't seen them say anything. But I don't know if they're going to come on. It would be great if they would. I wanted her to come on before she taped the reunion so she knew how much support she had. But she watched the live from last week and she saw it. She was overwhelmed with all the support. And Ryan always says how proud of her he is. And I'm like, so what? Oh, here you are, sweet sweets. Oh, look at you. Oh, where you going, Mama? Where you going? She's a little bit. She likes mommy and me time. Come here. They all try to say, you know how Sterling sleeps on me. This one tries to sleep between me and George. He sleeps at our feet. Meow Meow sleeps behind us. There's all cat beds behind her bed. So and then the one outside. I gotta let the one outside in now. My stepmom called, and my sister called me. Oh, great, wonderful. Oh man, all right, guys. So nothing new over there. Just the same old. It's just getting worse by the day. More and more things me find out. It's just getting a situation in my family's getting worse. It's just getting, not. I mean, we're all gonna get over it eventually. We got a whole other fucking thing. We're healing now. So, and every time I see their messages, it gets me fucking nervous. But okay, I love my family though. And I'm this is whatever's happening is making other relationships work, or it's forcing other relationships to be fixed. You know what I mean? So it's like a tragedy brings people together, and it's like forcing relationships to work. And I'm happy about it. So I might go to my parents' house right now. And now I keep saying my parents' house. Really, it's my dad's house now because my mom's not there. Oh fuck! All right, guys. Thank you. They do need to bring Vicky back. Don't you think? One episode left. Yep. One episode. And we got Tamra doing this. Just got Tamra doing the same thing she did last year. Everybody else going after everybody else. You know what I mean? So yeah, we need to bring Vicky back. Let's go back to our basics. You know what I mean? Let's get rid of Tamra. Let's get back to Vicky. Vicky's proved herself again. She's a really good friend with Shannon. And we need people friends with Shannon. Alexis, you're right. She wasn't there. Alexis is going to go. There's one episode left. So Alexis will get a little bit of a little bit more of an episode. She wasn't really there. Don't you feel like she wasn't really there? That's what you get for being a CUNC and trying to be an extortionist. So, we know that Shannon tried to pay John, so stop saying she wasn't trying to pay. He wouldn't sign the thing and say he wouldn't talk about them. I wouldn't give him his goddamn money either. And the judge is going to say, you tried to pay, you didn't accept the money, John? Oh, well, sorry. That was your only chance. Shannon, go home. You don't have to pay. He tried to extort you. Goodbye. John, we didn't care. Let me remind you of this too, John. We didn't care about you or your reputation. Not one motherfucker in this world who lied to you gives a fuck about your reputation, whether it's good or bad. So you fucking go on a campaign to ruined your relation, your reputation. Now we'll care because you really showed us who the fuck you are, and that now is what made your splash and ruin. Now we have seen who you really are. And what you did with you and Alexis is ruined your reputation for us. So the hell's that? There's that there, right there, okay? Shannon didn't ruin your reputation. You did. Because we weren't thinking about you or giving a fuck. All we know is that you broke up with Shannon and then you fuck somebody. You're with her friend. That is like strike number 1. Strike number 2 is being an extortionist. Or not going to her side when she wrecked her car across the street. Or acting like you don't know why Archie's there. Strike number 3 is being an extortionist. John Jansen. Slade 2.0, dear John, weirdo, fucking now you're with Alexis and Alexis is trying to do dumb shit for you. I'm going to come up there and I am his savior and I am his mouthpiece and I'm going to tell everybody how bad Shannon is and how much of a liar she is. You were in rehab, Alexis, at the same damn time. Remember? Did you forget that when Dana found that out, you were in rehab? I hope Shannon knew this before the reunion because Alexis is a fucking hypocrite and a liar. And an extortionist. So it was right after the awards on the Bravo Awards, how she acted like a dumbass on stage. Well, those three people giving Tamra are giving Vicky an award. Joe, Slade's Joe, Laura Lee, what's her name? Laura, whatever her name is. The one that used to work with Vicky. The one I kind of like, but then Gretchen. To give Vicky an award, why wouldn't you do it? You should have been Shannon giving her an award, and non-Tamara, like, you know what I mean, or her kids. I'm like, why are these three losers up there? You know what I mean? It's like, what? Yes, guys, thank you for supporting. I appreciate it. I know. I was like, Shannon, you guys remember this was all Shannon's birthday, and Tamara is there. Yes, she was in rehab. I guess I'm going to assume that she was either drunk on the stage or on pills. I keep thinking that these people do more than pills. They're drinking. I think they take pills because, you know, the way Denise was acting. You know what I mean? Yes. In that October of 2022, she was in rehab for 3 days and she left. And I think the courts made her go because she was acting like a fool on stage. And Jim was probably like, you can't have your kids back. I'm assuming, I'm going to say, it's not alleged she was there. I'm alleging why. I'm just alleging why. I'm assuming why. It was, yeah. JJ squared. It's like, bye. We didn't give a fuck about you. We didn't care about you then. We don't care about you now. Now we just think you're an asshole. So if you care that we care about your reputation, we think you're an asshole there. But you showed us that. So not shining the door. You showed us a piece of shit that didn't treat your woman right. And then, okay, Alexis, he's a good guy to you, but he wasn't a good guy to Shannon. So what did you do? What did you really do? But show us how you don't give a fuck. You know what, Alexis, you did this to focus not. Oh man, I just thought about this. To take a focus off of your life, so we didn't find out you were in rehab. That's why you fucking did this shit. To deflect onto Shannon. No, all we did was like fucking. You exposed yourself. Well, you look stupid, and now I'm exposing you were in rehab. I hope people actually listen to me about this. And I'll get the receipts from Dana's thing if everybody wants me to. But so yeah, I'm gonna go on Sean Atwood's channel and I'm gonna literally talk about like the connection with Corey and all. But it's hard to find an absolute proof that is his parents. But there's like comments in comment section saying happy birthday to the best son in the world, blah, blah, blah. And it's from Fancy. Her name is Fancy, by the way. And I think I think Corey's adopted. That's why they're white and he's black. Everybody's like, okay, but she also was given Mary Kay Cosmetics to run. Her husband was anyway, and that's his stepfather. So, or his adopted father, something like that. And they have been running Mary Kay Cosmetics. So it was Mary Kay Ash, I think her name was. That was the name of the lady that had, you know, for the longest time. I think the dad was like the CFO or something, and then he was left the company, was married to Corey's mom. So. I think he's the only son, so that would make him the heir of Mary Kay Cosmetics. Also, he was a porn star. I did not do the actual research for that one, but I will look it up again. And yeah, all that stuff. So I'm excited, and it meant a lot to me that it came up. But you guys know I love getting to that stuff, but I also go to the conspiracy side, and that's what they talk about. So definitely check his channel out. I'm going to get off of here, go check the email, say hi to the Kit Kats, go get some food, go back, I'm going to go into their channel and say hi to all those guys over at Sean Atwood, because he's always live at night in the UK. And I love when he has the UK audience, because sometimes I think he just does the UK stuff for it, and I don't know, because usually I can recognize a lot of our true crime people that go from, you know what I mean? And I think they kind of laugh at us. I think it's funny. Because I'm like, I asked them, I said, how much of your channel or your lives are like 50% for the UK? Because a lot, you know, it's a huge opinion difference. And a lot of the stuff, they have their own version of they have their own Menendez brothers case. They have their own stuff of version of our stuff over there. And he focuses on their stuff too. There's a lot of true crime stuff over there that we don't know, but I love to get into, because I'm like, oh my God, because I love true crime, but I'm like, we've heard every single story over and over, and then the new ones, and it's like, wait, oh my God, there's even more. We can go there and watch Dateline for the UK and get all the, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, there's crime everywhere, Krista. Duh. I know, I'm an idiot, but I'm just laughing at the fact that oh my God, I love true crime. I'm like, wait, I got a whole other bunch of countries I can go watch true crime stuff about their country. I don't know. I'm not going to be high when I do this show though, but I got them high right now. All right, bye. I love you guys. Thank you guys. And I'll see you on Monday, and I'll keep you posted. And yeah, probably go on there next week. I love you all. Goodbye. Like, comment, subscribe.